Unahagan Nisinga, everyone. This is Nabimiya Dachinam. This is Rachael Kulei with Rising Warriors podcast. And today I have the beautiful Michelle Reed with us. And we are going to be talking about several different things. I'm excited about interviewing her. She is a Native American, does all these beautiful things, but I'm going to let her introduce herself. So, Michelle, go ahead and give us your tribe and a little bit about your background and what do you do?
All right, bonjour, Kiwaden Ganu, Quain Indigenous Class, Makwa Nindodim, Lacti Flambeau Nindonjaba. My name is Michelle Reed, and I am from the Lacti Flambeau Band of Ojibwe, which is in Wisconsin. But I'm coming to you live from Upper Michigan, where I live. And I'm in my studio where I do my art, and I also teach my live native dance fitness classes here in this little workroom. So yeah, thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it. It's quite an honor.
I'm excited. So, what got my attention was I've been watching you. Well, because of the COVID, we haven't been able to do powwow dancing, and so I've been
Yeah.
watching you doing the native live your fitness classes. And so I want to kind of like talk about that for a moment and what got you started in doing the native fitness.
Well, about 4 years ago, a local community had received a grant, and it was based on having their workers do something to stay healthy, but also incorporate a cultural component to that.
Mm,
So I was asked to put together a program that would do that. So that's where I started Native Dance Fitness, was putting together a workout class where we could work out to powwow music and also, incorporate some of the dances, but always keeping in mind that it was fitness program first and foremost. So I've been
mm.
doing this for about 4 years, and it's been really awesome, like traveling to all different communities and teaching at universities and also doing like summer camps and things like that. So yeah, it's been a really fun journey. And when the pandemic started, all my classes were canceled, my live in-person classes. So I just got to my artwork, got to sewing and beading, and I just stopped dancing, stopped working out, and
Right.
my son got me into running a little bit. We would run every day. We'd call it gym class because school was
Uh-huh.
canceled, but it wasn't the same, So Dallas Arcand, he has been a big motivator. He's been putting on powwow dance classes
Hmm.
online, and I was like, man, I should figure out a way to start doing online fitness classes since I can't do what I normally do. So after gaining about 8 pounds and trying my outfit on and realizing my belt couldn't fit anymore, I said, yeah, let's go for it. So that was a true motivator right there.
I think we all put on a little bit of pounds during the COVID. But what I love watching is that not only do you uh, do native fitness for everyone, but I also notice, and I love that you are also, engaging with those who maybe the elders or those with disabilities and things that may not be able to dance. And I love how you instruct things. From a sitting point instead of having to dance and sit, but you're still getting them to engage with little weights. So I love it because you add little weights to the dancing. And I got a little workout. I have 15-pound weights, and so my arms were really sore
Oh, wow.
after last week from doing that. I was like, okay, I need to do this with lighter weights. I can't do this with 15 pounds. This doesn't, I mean, I can, but I was really sore, and I had to watch my niece the next day. So trying to lift her up and things. I was like, oh, like little one, it's hard right now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's impressive. Wow.
So
I do eight
I
pound weights
really
for
enjoyed
one
that.
song. And
Yeah, it was
that's
just one, but it
amazing.
was just that movement and things. But not only that, I loved how because I really miss powwow, and I miss, this whole summer going from powwow to powwow. And this has kind of been another way to, I think, gather people together. in a beautiful way of, you know, being able to dance, even though we're in our living rooms. I love what you're doing because it's really connecting still. So it's still kind of giving us that standpoint of that unity of that we're still together, we're still dancing, you know, our traditions haven't passed. And I think this also hits for a lot of us too, ancestrally, because if you think about it, we go generations, you know, our traditions were already taken from us, and powwows were taken from us. And it wasn't until the 70s that we really got to have our powwows back and our ceremonies back. So, and people forget that um, this you know this has happened to us before and losing everything, but at the same time I feel like natives have a little bit of upper hand because we still have that in us to fight, and we're resilient, and what is it we're going to do. So I love that we're reaching onto another level of social media and platforms, because I've been talking to several other natives, and and for you, was it difficult to kind of like get your face out and like, okay, I'm going to do this live stream when this is not our tradition, this is not our ways, this is not how we were brought up to do, but you know, I'm gonna do it. So like, can you talk about that a little bit? Like, how did that make you feel, kind of
Oh
stepping
yeah.
into that?
Yeah, definitely. It was difficult. I know that working out as a dancing as a workout is already kind of a contemporary idea, but to actually, yeah, do the lives and talk to people and, wonder if anybody's even going to watch or, anything like it was really weird at first, but I just, started. And of course I had students who had taken my live class, so I knew that they would benefit from it. So just being connected even to them, I knew would be worth it. Cause I mean, I hate to say this, but for selfish reasons, I'm doing this, to help other people, but it really helps me because I need to be accountable in a way. Otherwise I would just keep working and sitting around. I mean, I just the thought of stopping sewing or beading is really hard for me. So I'm just like
Right.
really sometimes so obsessed with my work that I don't take care of myself. And I think a lot of people are that way. So yeah, it was hard though. I just forced myself because I knew I needed to get in shape, and other people probably did too.
I love it. And I give you like props and, things for that, for stepping up to the plate and really taking that, because I know in the native country, it can be difficult trying to mesh the modern world with our traditions. And like I would just want to talk about this is like I finally, because I've been having a hard time myself, like, okay, how do we step into this new world, but carry our traditions, and old ways, are not the rules, and things aren't actually now applying to now, and they don't work in this time. And so I love how um, our ancestors are really coming to all of us that are willing to step up and rise up to the plate to step into this new world of our traditions, and really owning that, and knowing that our ancestors are with us and backing us up, and that we are in tune, and that it's not a hocus pocus, that you know that our ancestors aren't connected to us, and that we can't hear them, and that they're still not here teaching us. And so that kind of leads me to like where you are for your designs. Like, you do purses, and you are now doing Native American dolls, which I absolutely love. I want to get one for my niece. I want to talk to you about later because I want one for Christmas for her. Um, but
Oh, cool.
like, what got you started into that, and what inspires you is like with your ancestors and things when it comes to your beadwork and your artwork?
Oh, ever since I was really young, we would bead and sew, and that's what my mom did daily to make extra money. And we'd have a booth at powwows. And my mom has always been an inspiration and somebody that I wanted to be just like. And I think a big reason for that is, when she was very young, she was taken away and put in an orphanage, and um, she had been speaking the language, but she was only 5. So at that point, her and her siblings, they lost that language. They um, weren't connected with their family anymore, except for each other. So when they finally did get out of the foster homes and, graduate, they all went to college at a university here. They started a native newspaper. They joined AIM. They
Mm,
started learning how to bead from people they met. They started learning all these things, and they searched out people who they could learn from. They didn't just sit there and say, well, we didn't get to learn it, so we just don't know it.
mm-hmm,
And so for me growing up, and them working so hard to make sure that we lived that every day. We didn't have electricity or running water. We gardened, we shot deer. We just, we lived in the woods, and we did what we could to make a good life, and art was a way just basically to make money, but also it was just like, I don't know, it just spoke to me so much. So even when I went to college, I would make stuff for people. If they saw what I had on and they liked it, they'd ask for one, and I'd make them one. And that
mm,
was kind of how I made extra money then. And, then I did start a regular job and stuff, but I just lived for powwows, lived for the weekend. And I decided that if there was a way that I could be like my mom and just, bead and travel to powwows, and then that's what I would do. So when my husband retired from the Air Force, I said, this is what I want to do. I don't want you to have to work. I know because he put in a lot of combat hours, and
mm,
I just wanted
mm-hmm.
him to be able to retire, and for me to be able to go out and do what I felt I needed to do. So, yeah. And now I taught my kids how to sew. They dance, and I have a dance company, so they're a part of that. And our whole family, including my mom, my brother, we all dance together. So I just feel like, the more people we can convince that we don't have to live for the weekend, we don't have to live for the powwow. We can really make a life of, beading and sewing and working out to powwow music, and it really can be done. And I feel sad for you know for people who maybe it's always just a hobby, and it's always something they're just waiting to make time for. And
Mm-hmm.
so I think, one of my goals with my fitness classes is I always like, during my live ones, I'll do prizes, and I'll give extra raffle tickets if you wear beadwork. So come work out, but wear some beadwork, and then you can win some beadwork. Things like that,
Oh,
where we're
see, I got my
normalizing
beadwork, so
wearing it. There you go. Yeah, we're normalizing wearing it every day, every opportunity we have. And it's old school thought that, you put it away and you wear it for special occasions. But is there a world where we can just wear it every day and, create a demand for the work? Because it is special, but it can we can have a different pair of earrings for every day of the week, and a different ribbon skirt for every day of the week if we want. We can do that. And how you were talking about, us getting that right back to practice our culture. That was 1978. So I was alive in
mhm,
the time when we weren't allowed to do that. And to, you know, live in that time, and of course not realize that that was going on, even because I was very young. But
yeah.
to see that shift towards start powwows beginning, when I was young, and that was the beginning of powwows. Like, I was there for that. And our kids don't know a time when they weren't allowed to just wear ribbon skirts to school and, do all these things that we're so used to. So it's a nice time. I mean, I really appreciate what you're doing to, get the word out about these things.
Yeah, that's one of my like my main focuses because we're in a new place and there's so many of us and elders and leaders that are in the community and native country that need a place to go to get their voices out. And so that's kind of like what I'm doing is really creating a platform for natives and for us to all come together and share, this is what I'm doing, this is what she's doing, this is what he's doing. I have one of our elders coming in a couple weeks doing storytelling, because we're only, certain stories we're only allowed to tell during the winter time. So I want him to come in, and he's part of the native wellness, and I want him to come to do, storytelling, and really
Nice.
bringing back our traditions in a new way together, where we can be together on social media. And because we right now we don't know when we're going to have the next powwow, we don't know when we're going to have the next ceremony. Like for me, I missed out on bear ceremony and Sundance ceremony this year, and that was difficult. And so I really I don't know who started the social distance powwow, but I really applaud that person who started the social distance powwow group on Facebook, because that really, I noticed, really helped a lot of us connect together. And that's what kind of sparked my drive to want to do this podcast for natives, especially for us to come together and, find that the camaraderie, the family that we're always raised to be, and help each other and bring that awareness, and really step up to the plate in that leadership. Because years and years ago, I'll share a dream that I had, and in this dream there was all this chaos happening in the world. There was diseases, and now that I'm looking back, it's in the time of now, and I was seeing the future, and I was seeing all this wars and mayhems. But because of tradition and because of ancient bloodshed that has happened on the Americas, our ancestors are not happy right now with what's going on in the world. And it's our time as natives to step up. And this is what I saw in my dream, was that one day that the natives, we would come together and we would blossom as a rose. And blossoming as a rose, I saw all nations, all colors, all ages, they started to come to the natives to go back to the ancient ways, go back to our traditional ways, going back to connecting with our spirit and our ancestors and creator, and living in a harmony, and in that beautiful way that we were raised to be, and taking care of each other. And like with the homeless, that's actually our job as a community. In our traditional ways, that is our responsibility, to take care of all those homeless people that are on the streets right now. And that kind of breaks my heart, because who's stepping up in the communities? That's, we're supposed to be taking care of each other, not shunning each other down, not pushing each other out the door. And it's like, when we know as natives, like when we're traveling somewhere, someone's always going to open up the door for you and welcome you into the home. And we're going to bring you in. What do you need? Even if it's my last shirt, here's my last shirt, here's my last dollar. We know that creator is always going to restore that back to us. And so I really believe, this is that time where it's time for us to step up and help change the vibration and help change the energy in the world, especially the United States. We have a lot of healing to do, and our ancestors are, wanting us to do that change and step up and rise and blossom as the rose. And if we all come together and blossom as that rose, we're going to see this huge, massive shift with, all the people just around the world, and reconnecting back to themselves. And so I just wanted to share that with you, because I see you as part of that rose petal, and that's why I asked you to be here on this. Is I see you as part of that, and what you're doing is part of that blossoming. And you play an important role and part in what's coming up in the future, and what you're doing right now, and connecting us back together, and creating this new place of family that we've all been longing for, and we've been taught you know, for a long time in our traditions to do. So I just wanted to share that with everybody and with you that, you know, this is there's beauty that comes from COVID. You know, it doesn't have to be so ugly. There is so much beauty and transformation that has to happen. And like I was telling one of my sisters, is that a while ago, last year, I think it was last year or 2 years ago, I was telling her that, you know, there's going to be something drastic that has to happen to the whole entire world for the world to wake up and for everyone to come as a collective to wake up, not just, you know, a few here and there and things like that. It's everyone. And she was like, well, I don't understand how that could even happen, for something to happen to the whole world at the same time, to, you know, get everybody to stop and pause and look at their lives and what's going on. And then COVID hit. And then she kind of looked at me and she goes, this is what you were talking about, wasn't it? And I was like, yes, I told you something seriously had to happen in order for this shift to change in the world and to get people to wake up, because everybody's just been going on this, like you said, just living in the weekend, living from the powwow to powwow. And why aren't we doing that every day? We should be doing that every day. You know, it doesn't matter if we're not in a powwow and you need to dance. Like there's days I get my drum and I go outside and just sing, or I go to the river and go sing. And, you know, I do my beadwork too to connect. And so I really appreciate you, and I'm, you know, honored that you're here with me and that you're stepping up in the world right now, and that you fought past the fear and you know, the little insecurities that we come up with, like, I don't know if this is okay, but I'm gonna do it, like, I hope this is gonna be okay. But you know, I like, you know, I give you a huge, you know, props for what you're doing. And you know, thank you, Us, from the bottom of my heart, you know, that you're doing this and stepping into your role as a leader and really inspiring a lot of people. So I want to thank you for that. So
Wow,
to
thank you.
end, we have a little surprise for you guys that we're gonna do. Michelle here sent me, so I'm gonna relocate over here. So Michelle sent me a team dance video this morning. So we're gonna do a team dance, and we'll test my skills out as a
All
dancer.
right.
I only watched the video, I think maybe 4 times. So we're gonna do it. So we're
Okay.
gonna do a team dance for you guys.
So I will walk through it once and then I'll put the music on. Does that sound okay?
Sounds good.
Just kind of. Oh no, I didn't put my shoes on.
Oh, hurry.
Okay, that'll take me a second. I'm sorry. Oh my goodness.
See, look at all that beautiful. Okay, you got all that beautiful beadwork in the back. So see, you guys, she does a lot of beautiful purses. You need to go check out her Reed design, or MReed designs purses. She has a Facebook page, I believe, and you can buy her purses on there. Amazing, beautiful work. She helps with regalia. So any of those out there that may need some beadwork done, this is your, you know, one of your women's to hit at. No.
I'm
She
not
does
taking custom
she does
orders, but
competition beadwork.
I'm not taking custom orders, but I'm trying to get away from the stress of that. I do, but yes, thank you so much. MReed Designs Purse Company, and I have a lot of masks now. That's my new thing right now. So, okay,
Love it.
so I'm gonna give you a 4 count.
Okay.
Then we're gonna do a basic step, and it's just tap, 2, 3, 4. Then we're gonna do a cross, 2, 3, 4. Other foot, 2, 3, 4. Now we're going to go to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then to the right. 2, 3, 4. Then a basic. 2, 3, 4. This is the hardest one. Move back, out, in, out, pivot, out, in, out. 3 and 4. then forward, 2, 3, 4, then a half turn, and you're using your right foot, and turn back with your left, 2, 3, 4. So I'll walk it once, and then I'll add some dance moves, and as the song picks up, if you want to kick it up a little more, just work out at your own pace, do what you can. All right, here we go. Northern Cree. Basic. Cross. Other foot. Left. Right. Basic. Move back, out and out. And forward. Half turn with your right foot. Basic, back to the beginning, cross, other foot, to the left, right, basic, move back, out and out, forward, half turn with your right, turn back, basic, cross, to the left, right, basic, move back, out and out, forward, half turn, turn back, basic, cross, to the left, right, basic, move back, forward, full turn, turn back, basic, cross, left, right, basic, move back, forward, full turn, basic, cross, left, right, basic, move back, forward, full turn, almost there, basic, cross, here it comes. All right.
That was good. See, gets me out of breath too. Got me winded. That was good.
Oh, thanks for doing that with me.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. So, get our breath here. All right.
Here, I set up some to show you, since we might be breathing heavy.
Yeah, see? So you're getting they're saying one more. You want us to do one more? You have for one
more? A round
more?
dance would be really nice.
Okay, let's do a round dance.
All right. Whoo! Okay. So, the next song, the round dance, when I chose my playlist, I try to choose songs that really spoke to me. And when I was setting this up, I was actually on a trip to France, and the drum
Oh,
for that trip, for that powwow, was Northern Cree. So a lot of people are like, "Man, you have a lot of Northern Cree songs that you play," and it's because that was the time when we were on that trip, and they just really inspired me. And I have so many drums that I'm inspired to dance to, but it just was like coincided with this trip, and this song especially. Um, the team had set us up uh, a lot of different events, and one of them was a round dance. And this is the first song that they sang in the middle of the group when we were round dancing. They were in the middle with their drums, and we were dancing around. And I got right there in the the inside row, and just the feeling. So every time I play this round dance for my classes, it brings back that feeling. And I know we're not at a round dance; we're just at our houses, but it feels amazing. And this is one that I usually grab some weights for, but you don't have to. And also, I'll just show you guys at home, your basic step. So
I'll
it's
do it
just
again.
stepping out with your left. Oh, you got the heavy weights. In with your right, out with your left. In with your right, left, right, left, right, left. And then adding in those arms. When you bring your arms back, feel those shoulder blades coming together. And also, the more you bend those knees, if you're almost in like a mini squat, controlling that up and down, yeah, you're going to get a really good workout. And there's a part where it says throw your hands in the air. So we come up and we actually do a side crunch, bringing that hip in, tightening up those muscles. All right. Awesome. Okay, here we go. Round dance. Young and free, Northern Cree. Oh, sorry. Always me with the technical difficulties here.
Hey, it works.
You know, here we go. Okay, if you're comfortable with it, we'll stop and we'll change directions. One thing about doing this as a workout is to keep in mind that we want balance. You probably will start to feel your left knee a little bit, so we're balancing it out. But not something we do out of power or around it, just for our workout.
Okay, I recommend don't do that with 15-pound weights, you guys.
Agreed.
Don't do it with 15 pounds. Keep it under
You guys
10.
should work on it.
I'm sweating.
Same. Oh, thank you so much. This was so fun. I'm glad that to dance with you and to hear about your dream. And, you know, I see that you're making an impact, and I definitely appreciate being a part of that.
Thank you. And then, okay, so where can we go to follow you for your live classes, and what days are those on and times?
Oh, all right. So weekdays at 6 p.m. Central, I do my live fitness classes, and it's on my Native Dance Fitness page, N8V Dance Fitness. So that's 6 o'clock weekdays. And if I do have something going on, like tomorrow, my kids have half day, so we're gonna go do some stuff. So then I'll post a workout for you guys to do. And the reason that we try to maintain like a daily schedule is for continuity with working out and accountability. So we do check-ins and check-outs, and that's how you really get involved, is when you type checking in when you arrive, then you get entered for a prize drawing. So every week
Mm,
we do 2 prizes, and I've been really fortunate to have some great artists donate some prizes to help out, because yeah, I was doing them 5 days a week, every day, and it just got a bit overwhelming. I'm
yeah.
making stuff really fast, just trying to keep up, but I appreciate, everybody's support. So I always want to make sure, I give back and try to
Yeah.
motivate you guys too.
I love it. Thank you so much. And then we have her information in the tags, and I'll make sure that everything's in there so that you can go and follow her and just, enjoy working out with her. I enjoy it. I got a nice little sweaty workout, and that was just 2 songs. So imagine doing that for more than 30 minutes. You're going to get a nice, good workout, you guys. And you don't even have to be native just to join in and do it. You can, this is something that, anybody can, this is pulling to you, come work out. It's
Yeah,
not,
and
you don't,
also I want to say that you don't have to be a dancer or feel like you're in tip top shape to do this. I know you and I are both dancers, so we're used to this, but there's a lot of people who have never danced and have been intimidated by trying and doing this at your house. And I show you a lot of different modifications. So even if you're working out in a chair, we have some elders who just sit and do it, and there's a lot you can do to make a difference, as well as even people who are getting chemo right now who say that this has made an impact on their well-being. So even if you're not ready to jump around like we were, just come and check it out, hang out with us. We comment to each other and try to give each other support. So it's a community that we built, and I really appreciate you getting the word out for us.
thank you. I appreciate it. And thank you for taking your time to be on here with me. And we
Awesome.
will see you
Great.
guys soon. Oos. Have a good day, everyone.